extremely positive and productive conversations and meetings today with the Chinese delegation earlier, all good for the United States and for China, and it was a great honor to be with you.
And that was just moments ago. President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping giving each other cheers and toasts at a state banquet. Trump inviting Xi to the White House and toasting to a future of prosperity and peace. However, it does follow a high-stakes closed-door meeting earlier today, with Xi drawing a clear red line on U.S. support for Taiwan, warning of future conflicts if it isn't managed correctly. Morning, everybody. I'm Markie Martin. It's Thursday, May 14th. As always, thanks for waking up with us. Man, we have a lot to get to, a lot to unpack right now. So again, happening right now, President Trump and China's Xi are at this state banquet, packed with diplomats and CEOs. This is the last public event President Trump has on his schedule for today, and it follows that closed-door face-to-face meeting overnight with Xi Jinping. We are covering this summit from all angles this morning. National correspondents Alicia Nieves and Brooke Schaefer have more on trade talks and Taiwan tensions here shortly. But let's start with Washington correspondent Libbey Dean live at the White House. Libbey, the president's team revealing a lot about his meeting with President Xi earlier this morning. How did day one go?
A fast-moving day for the president. He started at meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, that big welcome there at the Great Hall of the People, Markie. And then now they're sitting down for dinner for this state banquet where President Trump actually delivered remarks. And right off the top, he said how productive this morning's over 2-hour-long meeting, 2 hours, 15 minutes to be exact, how productive that was with Chinese President Xi. After we actually got a readout from the White House that revealed it was heavy on the economic ties between the United States and China, and then also some agreements between Xi and Trump on Iran. Here's some of what President Trump said during that state banquet.
We had extremely positive and productive conversations and meetings today with the Chinese delegation earlier. And this evening is another cherished opportunity to discuss among friends some of the things that we discussed today, all good for the United States and for China. And it was a great honor to be with you.
The key development this morning is the readout that we got from the White House that says that Chinese President Xi expressed interest in purchasing more American oil and opposed the militarization of the Strait of Hormuz, and Iran threatening ultimately to charge tolls in the international waterways. So a lot of strong words there about Iran. The statement actually closes out saying that both countries, the U.S. and China, agreed that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. Of course, China is Iran's largest trading partner, so that strong statement from the White House on what Xi agreed to here would really be some harsh criticism for someone they have strong economic ties to. We'll see if China has more to say about that after the White House statement. But one thing actually missing from this statement is any mention of Taiwan. China was attempting to really shape the narrative with a quick statement after the meeting about Taiwan, warning that any disagreement over Taiwan could upend diplomatic relations between the Chinese and the United States, and even saying this was the most important issue for Chinese President Xi Jinping heading into the meeting. The president said that he wanted to talk about it, but the White House readout doesn't include it. So it seems like that could have been a touchy subject. As you mentioned, Markie, this was a pretty busy day for the president. He had that bilateral meeting. Then he headed over to the Temple of Heaven, and he was actually asked by reporters there if the two leaders discussed Taiwan. He didn't answer that question, only saying that it was a great meeting. And then, of course, we heard him not mention Taiwan at all during the state banquet remarks. And I didn't pick up on President Xi mentioning it as well, despite saying in this statement that it was the most important issue heading into the meeting, Markie.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that either, Libbey. And interesting, that was the #1 red line that China asked the United States not to challenge, not to cross.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.